Hey, what's going on, Rhonda? How are you doing? To getting this pre-drilled hole. 1 second. All right, that didn't give us any depth at all. Like, no, no, they just asked if I wanted to do so. I said sure. It's just Caleb. Well, we didn't get to a plan yet. We just said who wants to do something. I don't see how that matters. No dinner plan. Well, I'm sure something will work out, or or we don't have to do anything. Yeah.
Kevin,
Mhm.
Mongo just said hi.
Oh, hey, Vongo.
India. Live again? Nice.
You getting ready for bed? Mm. I trimmed it too thin.
Oh, no. Man. The pop-off mistakes happen. True.
I don't remember what I used when I made these original.
His original name is Galto. I don't understand.
Galpin. Is that my name's Kevin, and you say you do software engineering. Is that something you wanted to get into, or is that like one of those traits that out of necessity? You work for a company, are you good at it? And I'm sure that's a pretty wide field. So do you have any specialties? Do you specialize in anything, any particular element?
He said, okay, then that's nice. I'm already a software engineer currently working on a.
I guess everybody's working on AI now. I guess a lot of people use it, but maybe you work on it in a different way.
I'm gonna ask him, did he study it in college? Zero sound, that's.
Hearing myself 30 minutes later.
Okay.
Yeah, I really love working with music, but I don't know how music works while live streaming, since there's so many laws that protect music. And so a lot of time I used to use my earbuds. But I used to use my earbuds and I'd listen to music while I was live, but I couldn't get it to work today. But I think there's something really special about silence that kind of goes, gets forgotten. And I really appreciate silence.
He said you look great, handsome. How do you maintain that charm?
Yeah, I was born with it, I guess. You don't have to maintain it, right? Leela braids my hair. So what do you do for fun when you get off of work? You play sports, video games, you read, you go out, you like to dance.
Said you must have a good food and diet.
No, Leela has a good food and diet. I like ice cream.
So I used to play cricket. I am shy to dance.
Oh yeah. Yeah, same here.
You're a good dancer.
Leela loves to dance. Leela went to school for dance.
They used to teach dance. He said, "How did you dance on your marriage day?"
Oh, it was terrible. I didn't want to dance. I didn't want to dance. I play the guitar, and I told Leela that on our when we get married that I would play the guitar and she could dance. But she was absolutely stubborn about me dancing. And so I did. We should we should post our little wedding video and then you can watch it. Show you what we're making. We're making these flower bowls. And then you put a flower frog in the middle cavity. And then you can make flower arrangements.
So the design is really great. I said, that's nice that you danced well in your wedding. I actually wanted to learn dancing in my childhood, but my father pushed me to mostly study and get a job.
What does your dad do?
I'm gonna tell him it's never too late to dance.
Are there a lot of family occupations where you're from? Where you kind of follow in your parents' footsteps?
He's a teacher. Wow. What does he teach?
Yeah, what do you teach?
Science. I'm gonna ask him what ages. Oh, wow, he teaches ninth and tenth standard. Oh, I think that's like high school. I think that's like our 11, 12.
You have to be good to teach.
Yeah. It says it teaches it in the regional language. I asked him if he was in Hyderabad. So are you located in Hyderabad? He said I looked at your channel the day that you stopped by. So
Huh?
he answered.
Like, mhm. No, no. I think you're outside of your game if you're trying to help someone set a phone up. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's outside of your wheelhouse. Yeah. All right.
He said nowadays it's all about learning new things. I asked him, at what point did he decide to study AI? Or was that always in your schooling? He said nowadays it, it's all about learning new things. So I started learning AI.
Yeah, we've been I mean we use it. We use AI all the time in our business just for just simply just trying to learn, what to do, what not to do, how to run a business, how to, set up applications. I spend most of my time just being an artist, but to be an entrepreneur, you have to learn so much more. And so for the last probably 6 years, 5 or 6 years, I've just, been learning business. And now that we're doing social media, like we're doing social media so strong now that I make 1/10 the amount of pottery I used to make. Like I spend so much time just setting up the camera, setting up the stream, setting everything up that whenever it comes to actually making work, I spend maybe a few hours a day working. And so right now I'm doing my best to, just kind of get the story back going now that we've learned how to run the streams and get the systems done. But yeah, you have to just constantly be reinventing yourself these days, especially if you're, just a, solo entrepreneur. I would love to teach. I love teaching, but for some reason I've just always wanted to make it as an artist, and I feel like I've yet to fulfill that goal. But then again, I don't even know what it really is to make it as an artist because I've gone this long making art, but I don't know. I guess you got to know what you want in life. I will say I'm excited to do what I love.
He said, he works not for an AI model. The AI is used for automating the manual ones. So our company provides automation apps for enterprises.
And you build the apps, like you build the automation systems, or what's your hand in it?
It's interesting because 7 years ago, my cousin had a job writing programming for robots to complete mailings for an electrical company. She had to write step-by-step instructions. I wonder if she uses AI.
You mean now?
Yeah, I wonder if they use AI to write those instructions down. She had to figure out like what actions the machine need to take step by step in order to complete the task.
Yeah.
So she basically programmed robots and then she would figure it out and then she would send it to the people to code it. Oh, he said, it's, automation apps for banking systems. still the FCI currently building a portal to using AI agents, the latest technology. That's like Shopify has AI agents.
Yeah. Yeah, I was just understanding the loop, like the loop system. I'd come across that. In how a lot of these AI models work. Yeah, the loop system.
He said, yeah, human in the loop system.
All right, I think we got one done.
Yeah.
We threw 7 bowls yesterday, and we lost all of them except 2. And then I just trimmed through. Well, we have all but 3. We have 3 left, and then we just trimmed through one of them. And so now we have successfully made 1 bowl in 2 days. Gonna be an expensive bowl.
To show the inside. Oh, I want to see. Show the inside. Yeah. Thanks. It's for me.
Well, I've got it on.
Interesting.
All right, so this is our last one.
You said we need to color it.
Yeah, you want to see? We just unloaded the kiln yesterday. Let me go get the piece that was our best piece out of the kiln. Get some good.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. He said, wow.
So this was fired on its side like this. So after we put the glaze on it, we put 2 stilts right under this rim there. And then we put 2 right here. You see those 2 little dots? And then it was fired in the kiln like this. And so all the glaze ran around the side of it rather than down it. And then it creates that drip of glaze. And then there's a drip at the bottom. So we really we like this one a lot.
Looks great. I'm allergic too. So how did it get that shine? Is that paint?
It's just the glaze. The glaze is mostly on that one is mostly glossy glazes. And so they turn into glass. So is there a place where you have access to pottery equipment?
Place currently, but I'm trying to switch the company at present. A high paid one.
Yeah, right.
He said then I can get equipment too.
All you gotta do is start with some clay. You don't need much equipment. You could do just get some clay and make something that you like. And then you can do like a pit fire in the ground and then if you have to, you can build like a really cheap raku kiln or a gas kiln. And but you could start small and just get some clay and make something. Oh, that's fun. Yeah, I only see them on videos now that we have the internet. I wonder if there's a pottery factory near me, if I would go work there.
said, yeah, I like that shaping. The clay. You have an app on Play Store.
Do I have an app?
Yeah.
I don't have an app. For my business, I don't. We had made an app a long time ago. We hired different people to help put us together an app.
Really?
We made a calculator.
That's an app. He said, no, I don't have an app on Play Store, but I can prepare websites.
Oh yeah. We have a website on Shopify. That's all. That's the best web design I can do is just fill in the blanks.
He said, wow, this is nice. And the website is cool. It's looking good. Oh, hey, that's Brother Kevin Coffee.
Hi, what's up, Kevin? He said we should be getting our package in the mail.
Uh,
What you working on, Kevin? Are you working on some work? Yeah, Bongo, this is Kevin Coffee, and he makes little pottery creatures and vessels, and we just traded for some birds. We got ourselves some magnet birds. Bongo here lives in India. He's a software engineer. He would like to do pottery, but he's trying to upgrade his job to get some more funds to be able to do it. I told him all he needs to do is get some clay. You sketch out your projects before you do them, Kevin? I used to try to do that, but it just took too much time. Leela's over there just typing away. I need to get Leela her own microphone. All right. All right, I think that's thin enough.
okay, did you see Brother Kevin's messages?
What do you say?
He said, I just finished up some sketches for some future projects. And he said, is that a goal for commission or for fun? And he said, it depends on the project. This was for some illustrations for a friend. I hardly ever sketch out ceramic stuff.
Yeah, right now we're making flower bowls. We call these iris flower bowls, since they kind of look like an eyeball. And what we do is we throw a bowl, and then we put into. Let me make sure this is on. There we go. So then what we do is we trim out the center of it, as I'm doing on this one. And then I trim a flange around this piece, and then I trim a flange around the center. Like this. And then I put a flange deep in there. And then what happens is the glaze, these bowls are meant to highlight glaze sliding down the surface and then pooling. So the way glaze slides and pools. And so you see how it slides down the surface.
He said the iris bowls look gorgeous.
And then it pools into the bottom. So this was the last project that we put together that we learned, and or that I developed, and it was for a family reunion, and they wanted something for our family reunion, so I designed those as gifts toward the reunion, and then also I wanted a design that I could keep on and add into my product line. So The sake cups, I call those my peeps because they're kind of like my people. And then the iris flower bowls are representative of an eyeball structure, like the iris of an eye. And so we want to do more of those. I got some more of them on my website. Um, but just all the beautiful ways it glazes, runs, and pulls, kind of like the diversity and the uniqueness of the eye. And then we have planet platters. I've got one against the wall right here. You won't be able to see that.
Way to bring it
It's back there on the wall, but we have these big platters, and we haven't launched those yet, but they're going to be our planet platters. And I'm just going to start making big slabs of clay that kind of look like planets. Hey Vongo, yeah, the auction. We started our website with the auction just a few months ago, and then just recently we launched our bins where you can go buy something straight out. But the auction, we're gonna keep that going. We really like the auction, and so what we do is we're gonna run pieces through just naturally as we see fit. We'll put them in the auction, and that price is tied to our cost. And then that way people, if they can't afford something, um, they can try to get something out of the auction cheaper, and then maybe even, put in really nice pieces that we really don't know how to price. But yeah, we like the idea of the auction, and hopefully we'll be running more and more through that. But yeah, these flower bowls are new, and I haven't made any in a while. And so this is our second go round. I threw 7 of them yesterday and one the day before that. And we've already messed all of them up except these 2. And so I'm really trying not to mess this one up. And as I relearn, relearn how to judge these measurements. But yeah, it's good to see you on here, Kevin, and stopping in to say hi. We plan on I want to get on a phone call with you and hit you up once these pieces come in. Leela's over there on the computer moderating.
Mongo said, what if no one bids on a product for the time limit? Do you sell those directly?
If something does not get bid on, it just goes back to the bin,
Yeah, we can sell them.
and then it would sell directly. And when we first started the auction, we had no reserve, and so pieces could go as low as free, but we only did that for about 2 months because we were losing a lot of money. And we found out that it wasn't the quality, it was just we didn't have enough exposure yet with our business. Yeah, thanks, Kevin. You too. But yeah, it's all about learning. This whole business and internet, it's all new to us because we kind of got on that boat real late. So it's kind of odd feeling like a veteran artist starting a business for the first time.
See where they go. Did I gotta run? You guys take care.
Yeah, thanks, Kevin.
Mongo said you people are so friendly. You have an Instagram page. Thanks, Mongo. Therefore,
Yeah, we really appreciate you too, Vongo, being here. I think you're like the first person that actually had like a real conversation with us.
yeah, interestingly, also, yeah, we had a little bit of conversation with Rhonda, and she actually showed up today at 2:17.
Yeah, I saw Rhonda showed up, and when I talked to her, I think she had already dipped out.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's cool. I think Mongo's the first one we're actually like talking
Yeah, I'm over here thinking, I wonder what it costs to ship something to Vongo.
with.
So we gotta get you a piece of artwork. Maybe ask AI. Ask AI, what does it cost to ship to India? And you might have to narrow down.
Right.
All right, this is the hard part.
One day I will come to your country to meet you people. We would love that. That would be fun.
All right, that worked. All right,
Hole number 2.
we got 2 bowls this week. About to step it up.
That one has a nice rim on the inside. Curved. Beautiful. That's gonna be so interesting with the foot being so
Big.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's wider, it's flatter, and it's heavier. So I left more weight in the
Can
foot.
you show it to the camera so I can see it? Oh, there we go. Yeah. Interesting. You said it's wider, flatter. Yeah. And it has more weight.
There's
I
more
thought-
weight. The foot is really thick, and so there's a lot more weight in here. And and then this cavities here is a little larger, so you can get a bigger flower frog. But with the bigger bowl, you should be able to have a much larger arrangement. So, all right, we got 2 bowls today.
Ango said this was really great.
Thanks, Vongo. Thanks for stopping in. I think that's it.
He said maybe by the end of next year I might get married. After marriage, I will go on a trip to the USA.
Yeah, do it. Let's see if I can find my face. Yeah, I've never traveled out of the States. A lot of people do, but I have not ever had a chance. Um, it'd be really nice. You like hiking? We like hiking.
He should make it 3.
Make it 3 what?
I think you made 2 balls.
Make 3 bowls? Yeah, right. Well, we're gonna be making these next week also. We're gonna try to make 36 bowls. So we've made 2. So we've got plenty more to go. Hiking? You just started hiking? Well, we'll have to change our latency. We put it on the normal latency because people didn't typically show up to talk. And so there's about a 30-second lag between our conversations. I'll have to put it on a smaller latency so we can talk easier.
He said you just stream daily.
Yeah, yeah. Mostly we try to go on about this time every day, and then recently we've been going on to stream earlier in the day, but it's more of us just kind of like talking about our studio updates since since we need to learn how to talk more. We need more talking content on our social media rather than just ASMR because we want that algorithm to build. We want the algorithm to build that into it. Since we're very young streamers in social media, and so we want the algorithm to to kind of build us in a state of honesty and openness. I don't want to end up bricking myself into just 1 or 2 types of content. Do we have a shop? No. I've got my studio here. It's on my personal property with my family. And then we have the website. And the website's our only source of income right now. So this is kind of a lot of new beginnings for us. But anyways, come back and see us. It was good to see you. We're gonna jump off and rest the bum, straighten the back, stretch, and go walk the dog. So anyways, take care, Vongo. It's good to see you. And if you got any other questions, you can throw them in, and we'll see you when we see you. Take care, man. Peace.
He said everything started from zero. He said you people are stress busters for me.
I like it.